Welcome students, this is part 2 of chapter number 6 tissues of grade 9 science. In the previous video we have completed till the simple permanent tissues. Now we will be in this video we will complete with the complex permanent tissues. So before completing the complex permanent tissues, from the simple permanent tissues, one of the tissues, that is the protective tissues, was pending. The protective tissues is meant to provide protection to the plants. प्रोटेक्टिव मतलब जो जिसको प्रोटेक्ट करके रखता है, जो टिश्यूज़ को, जो सेल्स को, जो प्लांट बॉडी को प्रोटेक्ट करता है, इट इज़ नोन एज प्रोटेक्टिव टिश्यूज़. Okay, there are two types of protective tissues, epidermis and the cork. So protective tissues is meant to provide protection to the plants from, ठीक है, कोई किसी से बचाता है ऐसा नहीं है. It protects the plants from loss of water. It helps the plants to retain adequate water in them. This kind of protective tissues are very helpful to the plants which are present in the desert region. Desert में जो cactus होता है उन सब में ये protective tissues जो होते हैं वो उनको बहुत help करता है ताकि water transpiration process से ज़्यादा amount of water उनके body में से बाहर न जा सके. So as I told you, the protective tissues are present. The two types of protective tissues are epidermis and the cork. First we will go into detail with epidermis. The outermost layer of a cell, that is epidermis in plants, is made up of single layer of cell. It protects all part of the plants. On the aerial part of the plant, aerial मतलब जो ऊपर की तरफ होता है, सॉइल के अंदर नहीं, सॉइल से जो ऊपर की तरफ जो पार्ट होता है, the aerial layer of the plant, epidermal cells often secrete a waxy, water-resistant layer on the outer side. This layer helps or provides them protection against loss of water, from mechanical injury and from the invasion of microbes. मतलब कोई भी microorganisms उनके अंदर आता है, the entry of microorganisms can be restricted with the help of this epidermis. Now the cells of this epidermis tissue form a continuous layer. They have no intercellular space due to the protective rule. ठीक है, अगर इंटरसेलुलर स्पेस होगा तो स्पेस के अंदर से माइक्रोब्स या वाटर जा सकता है, तो क्योंकि वो इतना इंटैक्ट है इस वजह से कोई भी अंदर या बाहर नहीं आ सकता. मोस्ट ऑफ द एपिडर्मल सेल्स जो होते हैं दे आर रिलेटिवली फ्लैट. द आउटर वॉल एंड द साइड वॉल आर थिकर दैन द इनर वॉल. Epidermal cells of a leaf bear small pores known as stomata. So the figure of stomata is on the screen. Okay, this stomata are enclosed into two kidney shaped cells. ठीक है, ब्लू कलर का दिख रहा है किडनी जैसा सेल. जो किडनी शेप सेल्स होते हैं उनको कहते हैं गार्ड सेल्स. ये स्टोमेटा जो होता है वो गार्ड सेल्स के अंदर होता है. दिस स्टोमेटा इज ओनली रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस with the atmosphere and for the process of transpiration. ठीक है, transpiration मतलब loss of water in the form of water vapors. Okay, so now when the stomata closes, the water will be removed out. When the stomata is open, the water will be inside. मतलब closing stomata open close होता है जिसके वजह से transpiration process is carried out. Now this epidermal cells have of the roots bear long hair-like growth called root hairs. They greatly increase the total absorption surface area of the root and helps the root to absorb water and nutrients from the soil. Now, in case of desert plants, okay, you can see this paragraph. In some plants like the desert plant, मैंने बताया ना desert plant में ज़्यादा helpful होता है. ये जो epidermis thick layer होता है, waxy coating होता है, it is made of the deposition of cutin. Cutin is a chemical substance जो सीमेंट की तरह बिहेव करता है. वाटर प्रूफ क्वालिटी होता है, वाटर को अंदर जाने बाहर आने नहीं देता है, जनरली बाहर आने नहीं देता है. इट प्रिवेंट द वाटर लॉस, द क्यूटिन लेयर. ओके, सो यू हैव टू लर्न ऑल द layers, the carbohydrates which are deposited in the different tissues. एपिडर्मिस के अंदर क्यूटिन होता है. नेक्स्ट इज कॉर्क. Cork, it is a strip of secondary meristem which replaces the epidermis of older stem. Cells of cork are dead, compactly arranged and have no intercellular space. They form the bark of the tree. ट्री का जो आउटर पोर्शन है, कॉर्क के बारे में हमने चैप्टर नंबर 5 में भी किया था, ठीक है। जो फर्स्ट साइंटिस्ट जिन्होंने डेड सेल का स्ट्रक्चर आइडेंटिफाई किया था, ही यूज द सेम कॉर्क सेल. It makes them impervious to gases and water. So here we complete the protective tissue. Next we have this complex permanent tissue. Before that the diagram of this protective tissue is given. ठीक है, एपिडर्मिस और कॉक्सेस एकदम अंदर होता है. नेक्स्ट इज द कॉम्प्लेक्स परमानेंट टिश्यू. द कॉम्प्लेक्स परमानेंट टिश्यू आर द टिश्यूज विच आर मेड अप ऑफ मोर देन वन टाइप ऑफ सेल हैविंग कॉमन ओरिजिन. Apart from the different appearances, all the cells combine with one another to form a common function. So these complex permanent tissues are divided into two. Xylem and phloem. Both the tissues, xylem and phloem, are known as conducting tissues because it helps to transport, conduct water, transport food and constitute vascular bundles. इसी में होता है vascular bundles, जिसके surrounding में होता है sclerenchyma tissue. This is the distinctive feature of complex permanent tissues, that it provides them with possibility of surviving as terrestrial environments. Now first start with xylem. Okay, xylem जो होता है, the example of xylem, these are the figures of xylem. A, B, C, blue color का दिख रहा है ना. See here the figure of xylem is also given. और ये xylem के different components है, that is given below. A, B, C and D. D is also there. The diagram of D is not given in your textbook, so it's okay. No need of learning the diagrams of this chapter. You just have to learn the classification, properties, location, function, characteristics of all the tissues. Xylem is responsible for transport of water and minerals. Water और minerals कहाँ होता है? Soil में. तो उनको कौन लेके जाना पड़ता है? कहाँ लेके जाना पड़ता है? On the leaves. So that with the help of the water only, the leaves will undergo the photosynthesis process. Okay, so the xylem helps to transport water and minerals from root to other part of the plant. The cells of xylem have thick walls and many of them are dead. Xylem consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. The cells have thick walls. Now these are the characteristics of xylem. The cells of xylem have thick walls and many of them are dead. Okay, now you don't have to go into detail of all the components of the xylem, all the parts of xylem, that is tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Next is the phloem. Phloem is made up of 4 type of elements. Now what help does phloem do? Phloem, जैसे कि xylem helps in conducting water and minerals, same way it helps in to conduct water and minerals to the leaves, and the leaves prepare it food. Now that food has to be carried to the root so that the root will get energy and it can perform the functions. Okay, so that transportation of the food is done from the leaves to the other part of the plant is done by the phloem. Now the phloem can transport the material in both the directions. Okay, all the phloem cells are living except it's one of the component, that is the phloem fiber. Phloem is again classified into 4 elements. Sieve tubes, you can see it in the diagram. Sieve tube, companion cell, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. These are the components of phloem. So you don't have to go into detail of the phloem and xylem components. From this chapter, from here, the difference between meristematic tissues and permanent tissues can also be asked. So what will be the difference between permanent tissue and meristematic tissue? Meristematic tissue can divide, cells divide. Permanent tissue, cells do not divide. Meristematic tissue, the cells are undifferentiated and intercellular space is absent. Permanent tissue, the cells are fully differentiated and intercellular spaces are present. Meristematic tissues, the cells have dense cytoplasm, and in case of permanent tissues, the cells have thin layered cytoplasm. In meristematic tissue, the cells are always living, While the permanent tissues, the cells may be living or dead because the cell will lose its ability to cell division. Okay, so naturally it will be living, may be living, or it may be dead. The cells of the meristematic tissue cell wall are thin, and in case of permanent tissue, the cell wall is thick or it can be thin depending on the function, structure, and everything.